Oh, okay.
No.
I'm going to do this next segment from over here.
We'll come back.
Our next guest brought some very scary little critters to share with us, something you never want to see, but we're going to get very up close. Look at that. Ooh, Lila Higgins is here from the Los Angeles Natural History Museum. You are one of the bravest human beings I've ever met.
Yes.
Wow.
What spiders did you bring with you today?
So
Why am I whispering? Why?
I know.
Yeah, I don't want to fret. What spiders did you bring with you today?
I brought a whole bunch of spiders that are some of the biggest here in USA. So we've got a Texas tan tarantula right here. And although she's a large spider, and maybe some people get nervous about that, she's actually really sweet.
Turn it to Schwartz.
Oh,
There you go.
She's really sweet, and you can just touch her belly right here.
What do you mean
I'll
she's
touch her.
really
You
sweet?
wanna touch her?
Yeah.
Come
Do you want me to
on.
do it for you?
Wait,
I'll take one for the team.
Lila,
go ahead.
wait.
Hold on,
wait.
am I bothering this one? Okay.
What do you mean she's really sweet?
I'm doing this. This is happening.
Yes.
It's happening. It happened.
What does it feel like? What did it feel?
It was very soft.
Was it?
It's like a teddy bear.
It makes me feel like I'm really invested in Halloween.
Okay.
now.
All right.
And we can also have you touch the fangs if you're
I'll do
game.
it.
Okay, so
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great. We'll be
there.
recasting soon
This is for
over
the
there at the
McCarthys. Thursdays at
McCarthys.
9:30. This is for you guys. Where?
right there, very gently.
I touched it.
You did what? Does that count?
I can go to Hogwarts now because I have magic powers. 'cause-
Yeah,
All
you
right.
can. Now,
Or-
is this, if it bites you, is it poisonous?
So it has venom, but it's very, very mild venom. So it would be just like a bee sting.
So I won't feel that until later.
She didn't envenomate you. I can be sure of that.
But spiders are they? And whether it's a black widow, you hear, are they dangerous to humans?
So black widows are dangerous to humans, and
So you brought one.
we did bring one.
Of course
Okay.
you do.
But we
They
want to be
seem so
very
small compared to the other
careful
one.
with this species.
Now, how do we identify him? I noticed that, is it a he or a she? It's
So
a
this
she.
is a female, yep.
and she's the red.
So that you have the red hourglass. That is the distinctive characteristic of this spider.
Ooh, what's in the hourglass? Is it poison?
No, it's just the coloration on the exoskeleton of the body.
So
Now-
what makes them so dangerous? Is it the venom?
They have venom, which is oh, this one's trying to escape. We're gonna put
Yeah.
the lid back on over here.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
We definitely don't want her to get out and about. So yeah, if they envenomate you, when they bite you, they have venom, which is to subdue their prey. But we're much bigger than a prey item, so it's actually not going to hurt us that much unless you're old or a very young person or you're already sick. So they actually sometimes can bite and there's no venom at all, so it's called a dry bite.
Okay, so is it like a bee then? If we're allergic to it, it can get really bad?
Exactly. If you were allergic to the venom, that would not
So
be
it
a
could
good thing
kill you.
also.
So where are these particular spiders from today?
So the Texas tan tarantula, as you can imagine, is from Texas.
Right.
The black widow is from the LA region.
Oh,
and then
great. Great.
I'm really excited about that.
Okay.
and then we have a spider here that I collected in New Orleans.
Wow, that looks creepy.
You collected this?
Yes, I go out to New Orleans in the swamps, and I have a little headlamp on, and you're going along the road, and you see up in the trees they make these
Okay.
huge golden orb webs.
What is that? What kind of spider is that?
So they're known as a banana spider or also a golden silk orb weaver. So they make gold silk, and it's really, really strong.
That's so
It's strong. How strong? I understand it's really strong. Like
really
you can't-
strong. 5 times the tensile strength of steel.
Looks like there's some attached to it.
Yep, because that makes her happy. She feels like good being on that. But I have some I made here, and you can like pull on it.
Oh, it is very
That's
strong.
silk?
It's
Yeah,
really
this
That
is
is-
spider silk.
Wow. Well, let me ask you,
Yeah,
are you
tiny
allowed
spider.
to, like, did you bring them in from, can you fly with these? You can't bring them in on a plane.
we
You
o-
drive?
We overnight them by FedEx.
And they let you do that? To bring
Yeah,
them in? So now
they're totally-
California has these spiders.
Have they ever been lost?
So what? Okay.
Not yet, which is great because we put a huge amount of effort in going to collect these spiders.
So in the big picture of these, what's the purpose of spiders? Like, do they?
So they're kind of trying to live their life just like us and pass on their genetic material so they can become a better, bigger population. Just the same thing as us. They want to have food, water, shelter, and then when they get old enough, they want to try and find a mate so they can pass
Do
on
they
their genetic
vote?
material.
vote.
I don't know if any spiders vote, but
Oh,
we
okay.
could,
Well,
we
you said
could
they're like us.
call some.
So what do they feed off of though?
So they eat sometimes other spiders. This species, sometimes they eat their mates. Black widows, right? We've
Yeah.
heard of
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with
true.
her. No, I'm
then-
kidding.
Is that why the guys
I'm
say that
kidding.
to us? They say,
Yeah, you're Black Widow, yeah. can we talk about this? Because we thought this was a dead spider, but it's not.
This is the exoskeleton.
And what is an exoskeleton?
Unlike us humans, we have an endoskeleton, right? Our bones are on the inside of our body. These creatures, insects and spiders, have the skeleton on the outside, an exoskeleton. And so when they need to grow, there's no space to grow. Their skeleton is like immobile, so they have to shed it, and then they have to.
What, do they crawl out of that thing?
Yeah, they basically have
Like
a
a
slit
crab?
down the
Can I
back.
touch that?
Like a
Yes.
hermit crab?
Do you want to touch the fangs?
I guess.
Yeah, well, it's not real, right? I mean, it's, oh,
I didn't get scared. That's a fang. It's a sharp.
yeah. Oh, you squished. No,
No.
you squished it.
It's gonna leave a mark.
Why, when Mark and I found the one that was on the wall,
Yeah.
the instinct was we didn't even want to hit it because it would have. It's so big. It's like it's a pet. We didn't have. But it scared us, and we just
Yeah.
thought we'd, leave it alone to
found
go.
one on a
yeah,
wall
it was on a wall. No, on
It was
his
up in-
home.
Oh, that's good.
But it was on the wall, and the first thing you want to do is swat it or kill it, but you don't want to do that.
I'm glad you didn't.
No.
That makes me very happy.
Oh,
that you
no.
didn't.
No.
They're eating insects like crickets. Who wants crickets in their house?
Right.
Crickets
Right.
behind your refrigerator. I had that in college. It sounds terrible.
Well, we don't want to keep it in the house.
But having them around your house, then it's going to mean less crickets coming inside. And
So I know they obviously, because I've seen Charlotte's Web, they
Yep.
make their web and they catch their prey. Is the web that kills it, or the prey? The idea is that they.
So they get stuck in the web, but sometimes they can escape from the web, and so the spider acts really quickly. They can feel the vibrations, moves along the web, and then that's when they envenomate the prey item, immobilizing it, and then sometimes they wrap them up in silk as well.
Now, what else do we have?
So we have this one right here. This is a golden garden spider, and you can see inside here. There we go. It's got really awesome like striped legs, and so this is the one they make zigzags in their orb web, and that's exactly like Charlotte's Web. So
Right.
it's called
Sure.
web writing.
What happens if the spider loses a leg?
So some spiders, when they go through a molt, they can actually regrow their leg, but it'll be kind of like a little tiny leg on the side.
Okay, so have any of you ever been to bed and then there was a spider in the bed? Or you wake up the next morning, you have two little holes here or here from spiders that bite you? What are those spiders?
So unless you actually see the creature biting you, you can't be 100% sure that it's a spider that bit you. There's a lot of things that can also, like bacterial infections can look like spider bites. Doctors often misdiagnose spider bites. They've definitely looked at this. There's research been done, and so a lot of spider bites are actually misdiagnosed, and they're not actually from a spider.
Who's in here?
This is
Okay, we're gonna
the silver garden orb weaver. Also does the web writing, and this is a local species. It's my favorite one from the area. They have silver coloration on their back. They also have some orange, so some people, could mistake it for the orange hourglass of a black widow, and it's actually not. It's a totally safe species.
More information about the Los Angeles Natural History Museum available for you at nhm.org, and of course we'll have more on our website. Do you feel
Thank
that?
you. Oh,
That's fine.
stop that. Thank you. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's amazingly fascinating, creepishly for me. All right,
Thank
we're
you.
coming back. Sophie's up next.
Yes, and when we come back, I'm going to be showing you how to make the most of the fall apple harvest.